On this channel, we showcase some of the best, most stylish, most amazing, colourful and sometimes weird eyewear sourced from all over the world. But what if you just want glasses that disappear? Well, that's what we're going to be talking about today. So hi, I'm Robert, Style and Vision Consultant here at the Spectacle Factory, and it's my job to pair you with your perfect pair of glasses. And if you want glasses that are almost invisible, if you want the nearest thing to not wearing glasses, then these glasses are the perfect glasses for you. I have no hesitation in saying that. Today we're going to be talking about Flair rimless frames, made in Germany and one of the most historical manufacturers of frames in the world. Flair are really interesting. Now people are always saying to me, why don't you showcase silhouette glasses? Why don't you showcase Lindbergh glasses? And the answer is because we showcase Flair, and I think that Flair go toe-to-toe with all of those other rimless brands and beat them for a few key reasons, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to be showcasing the unique characteristics of these rimless frames, explaining why they are potentially the best rimless glasses in the world, and also showing how you can actually make rimless glasses a bit more crazy, a bit more interesting if you really want to. Now, there are three main features of these rimless frames. Number one, we have the material and the construction. These are manufactured from a material called biosteel, which is incredibly flexible, as you can see. But that ties in with the actual construction of the frames in terms of how that material is fixed into the lens. So with conventional rimless frames, they're either fitted with a nut and a bolt, so they'll have a single hole through which a pin or a screw goes through and a bolt is fixed onto the end. Or alternatively, you'll have the most common system, which is with two plugs that go through two holes, and then the frame itself will have two pins that go into those plugs, and that fixes the frame together. And there are pros and cons to those fitting systems. They're not necessarily bad, but they do have their faults. Flair have their own unique proprietary fixation system, and it actually involves three holes going through the lens, through which a nylon thread is stitched. And that stitching holds the frame itself to the lens. What that means is a very robust system without the use of plugs or screws, which can come loose. And if it's done properly, an almost indestructible frame design. You see, usually these fixation points where the frame meets the lens are the weak point with rimless frames. However, with Flair glasses, they're a feature. And these frames are rock solid, no matter what you do to them. And providing you put a strong lens in there, the whole pair of glasses can be really tough, more durable than most normal frames. So we have the solidity of the construction. The second thing we have is a coiled spring. And this patented screwless hinge design is really innovative actually from Flair. They've been producing it for a number of years. It's definitely stood the test of time. It works really, really well. I never see these coming loose. And finally, we have the saddle bridge, which is so rare to see nowadays. Almost all glasses have conventional nose pads, and that's not necessarily a bad thing either, but some people really do struggle with discomfort from nose pads. Because these frames are made from biosteel, they are incredibly lightweight. In fact, these are the lightest frames in the world. So when you wear them, particularly because there are no nose pads, they give a real feeling of weightlessness. Now, as long-term viewers of this channel will know, I'm a huge advocate for Reykjavik eyes, and I do still prefer Reykjavik eyes overall, all things considered. But for that person that wants almost invisible glasses with no frills, you can't get better than this. It ticks all the boxes. Lightweight, comfortable, strong, durable, and stylish in a very Scandinavian, very minimalistic fashion. Now this model has the round shape to it. And this model has what we call a shield shape, which I personally prefer. I think it is a little bit more interesting than a typical round, but obviously the round is more classic. If you like classic styling, historic styling, this would be the one for you. And if you want something with a slightly more modern twist, I would go for this version, especially because we've got the darker colour, although that is transferable, so you can have this shape in that colour and vice versa. In fact, there are more colour options as well. And if you want a specific colour, whether it's gold, blue, red, whatever, these frames can be made in that colour. And that's the exciting part where you really start to customise them. We can also change the sizing of these frames so they can be literally made to measure, simply by manufacturing a larger lens, both vertically and horizontally, or a smaller lens if necessary. The end tips can also be trimmed to whatever size you need for your length to your ears. So they're almost like a tailored suit where you're literally picking every aspect from the color to the size. And when you get them, they'll fit and feel amazing. And that saddle bridge that I told you about, that's optional too. You can have conventional nose pads as we see in these other two Flair frames, which I'm going to get to shortly. But I think for the purity of this kind of design, the saddle bridge is an integral part of that. And I would definitely have it if I was ordering these glasses. Very cool, very different, very European. And if you want glasses that completely disappear, hopefully you can see why these would be the ones. But not everybody does want glasses that disappear. And more we're getting people who want rimless glasses with a bit of an edge. So I've taken that to the extreme today, and I've got two pairs to showcase for you, which also come from Flair. Now, these are made from biosteel. This is essentially the same construction as the two frames I've showcased so far, but with my magma orange sapphire tint combination, which I've featured on this channel a couple of times before. I think these are the world's best driving lenses. And if you want driving glasses that you'll just forget about when you wear them, this would be the frame to pair it with, because in this frame, they feel, again, almost weightless. You're literally not aware that you're even wearing glasses, but you have that enhancement that you get from the magma orange tint. So to summarize it very quickly, these lenses give excellent contrast, depth perception, ability to judge distances, and a very pleasant view as well. They really enrich what you're seeing, which I personally love. So when I'm wearing my glasses for driving, they always have these lenses in, and they really make driving a more pleasurable experience, but also at the same time a safer one by enhancing my vision in those specific ways. And I've saved the most crazy until last, because this is such a perfect example of how taking a rimless frame, customizing the shape, customizing the size, and adding a really cool, unique tint. In this case, it's a gray gradient with a copper flash mirror. It makes a complete transformation to the style of these rimless frames. You know, originally this frame would have been just like these that you see here. How mad is that? How much of a transformation is it? And you can literally have everything from completely minimalistic like this to completely crazy and out there like you see here. I will wear them, even though I know they're definitely not my style. This is definitely a very feminine frame, but you can see how they look on and the proportions. This is actually a beautifully crafted shape. It's what we call a butterfly shape, taken to the extreme, where you see the contours here at the side. A very unique, unusual shape that we created here in our lab, and I'm really proud of it actually. And that just goes to show the kind of designs that you can create using rimless frames as a blank canvas. But I hope you found this video interesting. I hope it's given you some inspiration for your own rimless glasses. If you're interested in the Flair frames, we do sell and export them all over the world, whether you just want to buy the frames on their own or with your complete prescription. We'd love to make a pair for you. If you are interested, reach out to me via email. I'll leave that in the description. But if you've got any questions about rimless glasses or Flair glasses or glasses in general, leave them in the comment section below. If you found this video helpful or interesting, please give us a like. No, really, please do give us a like. It really helps our videos be recommended to more people. And above all, subscribe for more of the best eyewear content on the internet, I think. Just saying. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.